Alrighty, welcome back to NTV's Good Life. Josef Kuehn joins us. We're in the kitchen, and during the break, we just chatted, and he added 2 tablespoons of butter to his. And did you add any stock to that yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so then you have your vegetable medley.
Right.
And then I'm just cutting the chicken tenderloin on a diagonal to make it look kind of fancy.
Perfect.
And noodles. I pre-cooked them because of time.
Okay.
But you can leave them in here, like I said, 14, 15 minutes. Ratatouille takes a little bit longer just because it's just a funkier shape. It's a thicker shape. So you put that in with your vegetables. You can do them straight from frozen.
Okay.
And in that 14 minutes, it'll steam and cook them. But you're also going to add your stock to steam it. So this is all before you put the lid on. So I just dump, typically, till it looks good. It depends on how saucy you want your recipe. But it needs to be enough to cover the noodles so then it steams. But because our noodles are already cooked, we don't have to worry about that.
16 ounces?
It's a whole
32.
32? Yeah, 32 ounces. A box of chicken stock.
Okay.
Just to cover the noodles when they're dry. Now that they're wet, it really wouldn't matter as much. And then you're going to cover it. Now is the point where you would cover it and let it cook and let the noodles get tender. Once the noodles are tender, you can pull it off. And now we're going to start adding the like the worst stuff,
creamy
like
stuff.
the stuff that's not good for you.
Okay. Let's start.
And also, I like ranch powder because who doesn't like ranch?
Yeah, exactly.
Because ranch is
That's
good.
a
It
nice
just gives it a little bit different flavor. I like it. So just add a little sprinkle of that. I usually do about a teaspoon.
Can't hurt.
Eyeball it. That's what I like.
Okay.
And then we're going to add heavy whipping cream and cheese. Do you want to open the cheese for me?
Certainly.
And you have this on a medium to high, more high heat, right?
Yeah, so you're going to bring that up to a boil when you first add the noodles and then bring it down to a simmer and then cover it, cook it, and then it's going to come out still on a simmer-ish.
Okay. So you don't really want to cook your noodles all the way because then how do they not get mushy?
Yeah, it's going to,
That's my biggest problem.
You just want to get them just
al dente?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can start adding. It doesn't once you get done with that cooking part and you uncover it, now this part's not going to take very long.
Okay.
Because you're just adding some heavy whipping cream and some cheese just to get it melty and creamy.
Okay.
And then you're good.
And then we're going to eyeball. You're putting in the heavy whipping cream next.
I think last time I used about a cup.
Okay. So
about a cup. So this is way more than that, but I don't know.
Because if you just want to thicken it up, you just add more butter to it, don't you?
Well, we're going to add cheese to thicken it up. It's going to help melt that down and get it thick. But it's going to taste really good.
So we have Italian and Parmesan cheese.
I used Parmesan the last time, but I think I threw a little bit of Italian in there. I'm not for sure because it has more cheeses in it.
Okay.
But we're just going to start with the Parmesan and see what it does.
Okay.
Get that thickened up. But it's going to be good. I'm going to add a little bit.
So this is going to be good if you have something, good vegetables growing in your garden this summer. I mean, you could add pretty much anything.
We're just like throwing stuff on the floor all day, aren't we?
Okay.
And then, so once, like it will be like kind of boily and melty by this point because you would have simmered it and had the noodles going. Okay. I just added that stock right now, so it's going to take a little bit to get that bubbling up. But as soon as it thickens up with that cheese and it gets hotter, it's going to get really creamy. It's going to get that creamy sauce. And then right at the end, I already cooked the bacon. I already cooked the chicken. All that stuff can be done. The chicken we did first. The bacon you can do right after that in the pan if you want. And then you're just going to throw that in right at the end because it's already cooked.
Yeah, because that bacon would be just nice and would add a nice little salty flavorness when you add the white wine.
And the semi-sweet wine that I used, it allows for the saltiness of the Parmesan cheese and the bacon to really kind of, and the chicken stock to really kind of balance it out.
Yeah.
So it makes it better. But yeah, so the longer it goes, it'll get thicker like most sauces and gravies type thing.
And at the very end is when you add the bacon and the chicken then,
Yep,
One
and then
pot,
it'll be
there
done.
You go. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh.
So it'll take a little bit to get up.
The garlic salt and the onion powder you didn't.
I didn't use that. You can if you want. You can
Would
throw
add
that stuff in. Yeah, or you can just put it in right now, or like anytime.
Okay.
If you just are missing a little bit of flavor, if you didn't use enough garlic or whatever, or enough onion, you can put some onion powder, garlic powder. It just kind of depends. I kind of cook and throw stuff in as it goes. If I go by taste, that's the worst part about my cooking is because it's like, do I like it? No. What does it need? Add it.
Well, like you added more Cajun to your chicken, so just added just a little bit.
That's what's for dinner tonight.
Very nice.
Staub household.
Thank you,
That's what's
Josef.
for lunch.
Easy.
That's
And
Kuehn household.
lunch for you.
All right, we're coming back with more of NTV's Good Life. Keep it right here.